Okay, so let me just start with some introduction today. So, as you all know, SAP software currently it is one of the leading enterprise information and management package which you are using in the entire globe. So, it's one of the leading enterprise information and management package. The thing is that we have a lot of ERP systems in the global market nowadays. Yes, most of the ERP in the sense it's a software what we call, and whenever you want to start a company of your own, the first thing what you will do, you will purchase the ERP system, ERP software. It might be anything like we have Microsoft is there, we have Oracle is there, we have AutoCAD is there. Lot of ERP systems are there. But the thing is that what kind of ERP I want as per the technology nowadays, as per the technology which is improving now in the business standards, what kind of ERP I want. The ERP should be integrated business software. Integrated business software. So basically, in providing this integrated business software, SAP is a front-end leader. Yes, we have lot of ERP systems are there. Among that, in providing the integrated business tool or business software, SAP is the global leader nowadays. And in India itself, almost we are using 92% of SAP in our business standards, especially in India, even in most of the almost US and other countries and all, completely we are switched to SAP platform. And what is this integrated tool? So SAP, just a logic I will tell you, SAP is an ERP system, but what kind of integration I want as a company? When I start a company, I want integrated software, I told Allah. So what kind of integration I am looking in a company level? So whenever you start a company, the first thing is that you will start HR department will be there, finance will be there, sales will be there, purchases will be there, operations will be there. So all these departments I want to control in one platform, that is we call it as integrated ERP tool, integrated ERP system. For example, if I want to start any kind of HR reports, if the person is not there, it doesn't mean that the thing should stop. I can get it from the finance person, and even in terms of sales also, if anything revenue report I want, I can get it from the finance guy like other departments. Like that, the dependency should not be there when you think of about the integrated ERP system. That is the SAP nowadays. It is one of the integrated tool, and it provides you with all kind of different modules, different platforms to work, and so that simultaneously I can do integration with them and I can have a track in one platform. That is integrated ERP. Now it is a global leader. Now coming to this integration part, how we have automated in SAP system, how we have automated. See, enterprise means a company. To start up the company, first you require what? Money or capital management. That we will do it in FICO, Finance and Controlling Module 1. Number 2, you require a team of men, that is to monitor the human capital things, that we will do it in HR module. Number 3, you require a team of materials management. It's a procurement system wherein I am going to plan the material planning for my company, starting from the material, identifying the source of material, negotiating with the vendors, placing them the purchase order, taking inwards of raw material into my plant. I have to monitor the goods movement inside the plant. Till then, entire things will be taken care at level. Next one, once my raw materials are inwarded, next what I have to do? I have to plan the production. So in machines production planning module, we will plan all kind of production things. So basically, from what is the output I need to give for my company, what is the MRP levels I have to maintain, what is the quality of production, workers deployment, this and all will plan at PP module. And finally, once my raw materials are converted into finished goods, I need to promote the sales. So in SD module, billing to customer, doing the outwards, export, that I need to generate revenue for my company. So this entire thing we will take care at sales and distribution module SD. Now these are all the important resources for SAP system. Now how it is automated? So how this in SAP, how it is integrated? Say for example, I am a FICO consultant. I can track the reports of like what is happening in purchase, what is the stock available for a particular material. I can track it from myself. That is one important automation. Second thing is that even in SD, what is the revenue we have done, what is the outwards we have done, we can track. That is how through integration. It is possible through the integration process. Integration means interlinking between the departments. So what I am going to do, I am going to interlink with all the departments in SAP, and what they are doing I can track live. That is the advantage of this integrated ERP system. Dependency is not there, because yes, I want for doing the payables report, SD I want for doing the revenue report. So since I am going to integrate with other module in SAP, I can track live what is happening in each and every platform. Second thing is that for each and every module in SAP, we have a separate platform to work. Since I am going to integrate so I can track what is happening with other module live. That is the SAP integrated package or integrated tool. Even in your syllabus also, you are going to integrate FICO with FICO with SD module. So 2 module integration you have to do, because is for payables, SD is for receivables. So both you are going to learn here. Through that integration, we need to do that integration process. And next one will be FICO module. We call it as a base module. It's not about FICO I am telling, but whenever we start a project implementation, so the first thing is that we need to start off with the finance module and how it is directly integrated. Let's take an example of the entry part per here. See, when it comes to HR department, they will do the salary disbursement, right? So the entry will be salary account you are going to debit to bank account. So salary related to profit and loss, bank account related to balance sheet. So again HR department require FI base. And then when it comes to department, they will do purchases account debited to vendor account. If vendor is at level, purchase account will be the profit and loss item. And then when it comes to the SD, when we do the billing to customer, customer account debited to sales account. Again sales is a profit and loss item, they require FI base. So the overall concept is that the master data for profit and loss and balance sheet, we are going to create in FI module only. That is why SAP FI directly integrated with all other modules. The base foundation, what we call in each and every module, there is a base foundation we have to put in. In FI GL masters, general ledger for profit and loss and balance sheet, we will do it in FI module only. So that just I am explaining about the SAP ERP system. Okay, just I was discussing that. So the master data for profit and loss we will create in the FI module only. That is how it is integrated with all other modules. And this is about the ERP system by SAP ERP system. Now coming to the implementation process. How the implementation takes place? Normally you are a company owners, you want to purchase SAP system. How that implementation takes place? What is the platform you are going to work? What is the platform company is going to work? So in that implementation process, First one will be implementation partner will come. So for them we call it as SAP Global Partners. SAP Global Partners. SAP Global Partners. What is their main job? They are responsible for SAP implementation at customer place. Say for example, we have IBM, Wipro, HCL, Deloitte, EY, PwC, KPMG. Most of the dominant SAP partners are there in the global level. Their main duty is to go to the company who is purchasing SAP, understand the requirement, customize SAP, hand over SAP software successfully to the company people. That is implementation partner. Even if you directly approach to SAP labs, they will not come for implementation. They will tell our SAP partner will involve in implementation. SAP labs more into R&D process. They will not come for implementation. So they are the SAP partners. Infosys, IBM, Capgemini, Deloitte, PwC. They are the dominant partners for implementation. They will come. In the second phase, business partner will be there. Means customer, or we call it as a client. Who are the client? So you are a company owner. You started your company. So you want to purchase SAP software. If you are purchasing SAP from KPMG, you will become client. If you are purchasing, example, KPMG is the client. If you are purchasing SAP from KPMG, KPMG will become your implementation partner. So you are purchasing SAP for your company employees. You are the customer or client. So the KPMG should come to your company and they should customize the SAP things. So how the implementation will take place? The KPMG team, what they will do, they will first send the technical team. We call it as database maintenance. The technical team will come to your company first, and you are a company management or a company proprietor something, you will explain the things as to KPMG technical team. What is your requirement, or what was there in your old software? What and all your requirement in SAP to be done? Everything you are going to explain to the implementation partner. We call it as is process. In SAP technically we call it as is process in the project level. Old system. What is there in my old software? What are the departments are there? What are the things as I am handling? Everything we are going to record in the as is process. And in SAP system, what I have to do as a KPMG SAP partner, I am going to tell company people what and all my requirements to be done in SAP system department wise. That is we call it as to be process, SAP system. To be process. And again there are certain challenges will come between old system and SAP system, because the company sometimes they will tell certain reports are there, same thing I want in SAP like that. They will tell example, bank reconciliation, GST filing, TDS filing, PF, ESI, there are certain government formats are there. The client will tell whatever there in the old system I am using, I am comfortable with that, same thing I want in SAP. So that is we call it as gap analysis, the challenges which we are facing between the migration. That also we need to provide the solution. So this entire things they are going to record, old system versus SAP and solution for gap analysis, and finally technical team will prepare business blueprint, a project. It's a project. Business blueprint means department wise what are the things we need to configure, we need to implement in SAP. They will in record everything they will do, and finally once the project is ready, we are going to present it to the company people. Sir, this is your business project. So whatever you are migrating to SAP, it will come like that. What is the advantage of migration to SAP system? Everything we will cover up in the project. As a company, if you give approval, yes, I am okay with the project blueprint, you can go ahead with the implementation. You can start. And finally, second phase, KPMG will appoint the functional consultants. They will appoint functional consultants, you people. So the technical team, they will roll out the project business blueprint to you people, functional people. Here, FICO, SD, HR and other consultants, we will do the configurations as per the project. Configuration means migration of old system to SAP, and we will hand over SAP to the company finally. After certain testing, after certain training, finally we will hand over the SAP to the company people. And once I hand over, KPMG will hand over the SAP to the company, and your company employees, where they switch to SAP for doing the transaction day to day, they are called end users. They are called end users. So they will convert it from old system to SAP system, and they will start working on the regular platform, HR platform, purchases, sales, HR, like that. But they are called end users in real time. So in terms of employment, you can go for functional consultants, or you can go for end user both, or end user both. So normally if you take the end user companies in India, we have Bosch is there. I think I told on that day. See here, Reliance, Bosch, ABB, Tata, Mahindra, HUL, Nestle, Biocon, Cipla, Schneider Electrical, Bosch, Jindal, and in our this thing KMF is there, GRB Foods. In the global level, if you see, recently Jaguar and BMW also started implementing the SAP platform. They also rolled out for SAP, especially for procurement and production. BMW and Jaguar company. So that is end user company. If you go to implementation partner level, you will work as a consultant on the project. If you join to the company level, you are going to work as a end user, as a employee. That is the two platforms you can choose. But when I talk about the implementation thing as a consultant, you should know how the end user works in real time. That is understood point. When we talk about I have done consultant certification, it means you know end user concept 100%. 100% you should know end user. That is the meaning. Okay. So this is the implementation process. So before I go for handover, any doubts you have, please let me know. Means handing over process, system landscape. Anything you want to discuss? Let me know, please.
Clear for me.
Okay, fine. Now, KPMG company will hand over the SAP software to the company, right? So in technical level, that we call it as system landscape. We need to hand over. There is a process because KPMG will be somewhere, the client will be somewhere in Europe, in US, and in something in Australia. We need to hand over. That is, we call it a system landscape. What is that? It is a process of SAP deployment at the customer place. So how I am going to deploy my SAP things into company premises? There are three servers will come. One is development, one is quality, one is a production. In development server, there are three stages are there. One is developers, we call it as sandbox. And here developers will come and configurations. Basically sandbox server means, for example, you have purchased your SAP software, right? The advantage of SAP company is that in your name only we will create one server. You are the owner of that. We are not going to duplicate like any other software. In your name we are going to create one server at the client, this one implementation partner level. Sandbox server means it is a backup server, so that I should do the configuration, testing. Whatever the main server is there, that should not get affected, alright? That is the reason the technical team will create a sandbox server for doing all kind of configuration, testing, server backup, everything. In the developer level, what the ABAP consultant, basically in developers here, ABAP consultants will come. ABAP, we call it as ABAP consultants. ABAP consultants will develop blueprint, and they will prepare projects. Okay, and how they will prepare the project? Using coding language. They will prepare. Normally, whenever in SAP technical things, whatever the day-to-day things we are using, for each and everything there is a table names are there. Down the line, I will discuss on that what is the tables and how we are going to work in the tables in SAP system. For example, if I tell accounts, the ABAP consultant they will not understand. For that, there is a coding language in SAP. You should communicate with that. If you are getting something wrong in SAP system, there is a way to communicate with ABAP consultants. So initially, they will develop the blueprint using some coding language. Now, in the developer stage, basis consultant will come. Basis consultant, they will work as techno function. And convert blueprint into configuration level. They will convert that coding blueprint into configuration level project. They will prepare basis consultant, and they will roll out the implementation thing to the functional team. So basically, in technical team here, ABAP consultant, basis consultant will come. Now this business blueprint they will hand over to functional team. Now our phase here, configurations here. Now, as per BBP business blueprint, FICO, SD and PP, HR, all consultants will configure the project, and we will start testing. So now in the configuration part, now the basis consultant they have given the SAP project to the functional team. So they will bifurcate. Your project manager will be there, as per the protocol, as per the team, they will give it to the seniors, and your seniors will take the work, FICO work from FICO consultant, MM, SD, PP, like that. So you people have to do the configuration. Configuration means migration of old system to SAP. That is your job. You have to do that. So you are building a foundation of a software for the client. So this is in the development stage for DEV. This and all will take place in a DEV server. Okay. Now in the quality, what is my duty? Quality. Yeah, tell me.
As ABAP consultants, as you are saying, they are going to create the blueprint. But after that, basis consultants are there. Sorry.
Yes.
These consultants are functional consultant, or after that they will come? Like
No.
they will be two.
Basis consultant, they will work in the technical level.
So after the team which is going to create the blueprint as ABAP consultants,
Yes.
after that one more team will be there, which is known as basis consultants, right?
Yes, exactly correct.
Got it. Thank you.
So normally basis consultant they will work as an administrator between the ABAP team and your functional team, because you sometimes you can't directly interact with the ABAP consultant. Directly you can't interact. And whatever the things you are getting error, you have to coordinate with basis person. He will communicate to ABAP guy. So they will provide a solution for your functional errors. Basis consultant.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, they will work as a techno function team. Now in the quality part, what is the next role? We have done the configurations, everything is ready. Now in the quality, first you have to do the integration. Integration means integrating with different modules, and customize and solve the error. So once you do configuration, yes, you have migrated to SAP. The next thing is that before I hand over, we need to do integration with different modules, because we will tell to the client, sir, your SAP is an integrated software. So you need to do the testing. You need to integrate with finance, you need to integrate with HR, SD, everything. And whatever the errors you will get during integration, you have to solve that. Solving error, that is very important here. Actually, before Corona, there was a separate technical team, but now your functional consultants, we are taking care of testing part. There is no separate team nowadays. We are only taking care. Whatever the errors will come, Allah, you have to solve that error between the other modules, and finally you have to do testing actually here. Testing. So in SAP testing, I will just briefly tell. We call unit testing. Unit testing is there, and document testing will be there. Regression testing, we will call it as, and then this one error testing will be there. This and all will be. I will discuss in the project level down the line. In the project level, we have to discuss different types of testing. They will ask you. I was involved in quality testing. If you tell Allah in interview, they will ask you, can you tell me about unit testing? What is the thing we are going to do in unit part or document part? So basically, overall, I will tell you. I am a company owner. I am going to give certain set of my company procedure to you people, SAP partner. In finance, what are all the activities I am doing? In HR, what are all the activities I am doing? And in level, what are all the procurement we are creating? That methodology you have to do it in SAP from old system to new system. That is, we call it as testing here. Posting sales invoice, purchase invoice, doing BRS, purchase order, goods receipt. How the system is performing in SAP in terms of testing. Again, here also you have to solve the errors. And if everything came out successfully, you have to document that one. The posting is done successfully and I am getting the error. Like that, you have to perform different types of testing here. Once all the testing is done, finally what you have to do, you have to provide UAT. UAT means user acceptance testing. What is this? Allowing the end user company to test SAP and give platform for them to take handover. Okay, but you are at the consultant level. Once you do testing, you can't certify yourself that everything is perfect. I should give space to the end user who is purchasing, because they are paying the money. I should allow them the space. Sir, you also test from your end once, sir. You also test the SAP system and let me know any challenges you are facing. That is, you call it as UAT, user acceptance testing. And in this user acceptance testing, you people have to involve and you have to guide them. How to start the testing and all, any errors are getting, you have to advise them. That and all we call it as UAT. Then finally, before handover, you have to provide training to the end users. There are two types of training. One is you have to prepare manual documentation. Manual documents, we have to prepare manual process documents on the process documents. And second thing will be personal training to employees. Personal training to employees at company level. So in training part, one is like whatever the notes I will prepare, same way you have to prepare the documentation for the company employees. Your example, if a person is in accounts payable, how to post purchase invoice, you have to prepare step-by-step notes for them. Sales invoice, creating purchase order, how to go, that and all we call it as manual documents. In company terminology, we call it as SOPs, standard operating procedure. SOPs we call. And then personal training to employees. Either way, the company will tell, no pa, you just come and provide training to our employees until we get stabilized. You just give us, you spend time with us and you have to provide training. But this personal training, only two companies will give assurance nowadays. EY, Deloitte. Only two companies. Compulsory, you have to go to client place and you have to train them. EY, especially EY people, they will assure like that. Some other partners normally they will provide the online trainings and documentation, but EY certain projects they will compulsory assure no, we will provide the training to the employees at company premises. They will assure that one. Okay, so these things you have to do in the quality server. Now everything is done, finalization, quality in the server. Now finally the client will tell you can hand over SAP, we are ready to go live. So down the line they will fix a date, PRD, that means it is a live. Live means the end user company ready to use SAP 100% live environment. So for example, whatever the entry you do in production server, it will come to business impact. It has a live impact on the business. That is the production server. And very important thing here, very important, you people, consultants will not work on the production server. Only the end user company will work. They will be having access, and end user company they can't able to access our consultant platform. They can't access. Okay na? Because in your syllabus you are going to learn both end user as well as consultant. You will learn whenever you are telling in the interview level, don't pretend that I know everything. Normally example we will do vendor configurations in implementation level. At the end user level we will post purchase invoice, we will post in outgoing entry, we will do reconciliation. Don't tell that I have done vendor configuration as well as I have done end user task. You should not tell like that, because if you are working in KPMG, how come you can work as a end user when the company is somewhere located outside India? You can't tell like that. So they will ask you, can you tell me, will you created customer master? Yes, I have created customer master, I know that. So there is a difference. I know the concept, I have done. There is a meaning in between these two. So you should always tell, I know the concept, how it is created at end user level. In real time, we will not do. Our consultant job is to only do the configurations at quality and development server. That is the thing you should tell. And whenever in your resume also, whenever you are exhibiting the skills, you should highlight SAP skills, consultant skills always. If they particularly ask you, can you tell me how the end user things works? Yes sir, I know the concept of end user, how they will do in real time. If you tell both I know, again they will raise a question. You are working in development server as a consultant, right? And you told that I have done end user job. How come you have done end user job if it is a production server? And you can't tell I worked in a quality, because quality check will be given by your seniors. Based on your accuracy, you will maintain at implementation level. Immediately they will not give you the quality testing. Don't think in the assumption. Quality they will not give you immediately. Down the line, first you have to show your performance in the implementation level, then the client only will tell to do testing part. Directly they will not give testing in real time. That's why always you tell I know the concept of end users. Okay, ba? So this is the system landscape. So before I go for next session, any doubts you have, please let me know. So in real time, you people, if you go to consultant level, you work in the development server and quality. Production is related to the end user level at company level. But when I tell you about the testing part, same like end user you are going to work. That's why I told in the beginning, consultant means end user 100% live. You should know that. Okay.
So for functional consultants, we should know the things, but we never work for the testing. And the end user level, we know the basics of everything, like that you are saying.
Yeah. We know everything. We will work as a end user in testing part only. But in interview, I am telling you should not pretend that I have done end user work. You should not tell like that.
Right.
You should tell always consultant skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, I involved in vendor configuration, accounts payable. I have done taxation configuration, asset accounting configurations. I have done. If they particularly ask you interview panel, can you tell me the end user work, how it works? They will ask you. Or have you done the testing in asset accounting as a end user? You should tell, yes sir, just I get a opportunity to work in the quality server. in the quality server, so I have done the end user testing as a in the quality server. I know the concept. So they will ask you, can you tell me the T codes, or can you tell me the steps what you have done in end user, like that. So in the resume, don't highlight I worked as a end user. So they will catch that point. Always you should pretend to be a consultant always.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anything?
That production part, once we given a project to the end user,
Yes.
we will hand it over.
Yes.
In future, what if some error occurs or something might happen?
Good question. Now, once I hand over to production server, initially during implementation, you will work as a functional consultant. Now, after handing over to production server, you will work as a support consultants. So normally, yes, after handing out to company people, they will get errors. Nobody will stabilize immediately. So what you people have to do, they will raise the tickets with you people through ticketing tool. They will drop a error messages. By seeing the error message, you should advise them, like you are doing this process error, you go there, you go like this. You have to give a solution for that. But you're not going to access the production server. If the things require to test again, you will work in the development only. If they get some error, again you want to do testing as an end user, again you have to come in the quality server itself. You have to come in the development, you have to check your configuration, then again you have to do the quality performance, you have to do in the testing level. Then again you have to advise to the end user, everything is fine, just you follow the procedure, it will get post. So normally, the way you are going to communicate with end user after production server is through ticketing tool. That also I will tell you in the project level. Now, what is the communication method we are going to work with the end users? There is a method here, ticketing tool we call it as. They will raise a ticket with two people and you have to work on the tickets. The tickets might be incident, request, internal communication, everything will be there. So normally you people are going with experience, so you should mention 2 implementation, 1 support. So if you mention I worked in a support, definitely we will ask what is the ticketing tool you are using, what is the tickets you have handled. In the tickets also priority is there, high priority, medium priority, normal priority, like that. So that and all we will discuss how the support we will do in real time to the end users. Okay pa? So I will discuss in the project level down the line. So support consultant means you have to work as a solution manager for end users. So that's why I am telling, when you are doing a quality testing or when you are interacting with the end user, 100% you should give solution to them. If you land up in trouble, again they will raise a ticket with seniors. That consultant didn't able to solve my error. Again they will raise a question to you people. Okay. So this is how the implementation works in real time. That platform only will change. See here, when you come to SAP logon pad, so this is basically ECC is there. In real time, DEV and QAS, quality server, they will provide the access to you people. After handing over to end user, it will be as PRD, production server. That is the client server. So whenever you want to do testing and all, you have to work in the quality. And whenever you have to do configurations, you have to work in the development. That is how the implementation things works. Okay. So this is the system landscape. Again I will come to the landscape because we need to discuss on the testing part here. It's very, very, very important. Different types of testing are there because you are all going with experience. The project level experience is very, very important for you people. Down the line we will discuss all these things. Different types of projects in SAP, different types of testing, ticketing tool, and working with errors. So they will ask you, you will tell I worked in the support, 6 months I was in errors. Can you tell me some examples, what are the errors you came across? How did you solve? They will ask. So you can't tell 1 or 2 errors because you will tell 6 months. At least 6 months you will handle more than 30-40 tickets. At least you give scenario for 5 to 6. And they will ask what are the critical errors you have worked or anything you want to involve your management or your senior you can't able to solve. That and all you should cover up nicely. You should tell, no, no, ma'am, it's not like any critical errors I got. Anything, some critical error related to which I don't have any access, I used to take input from my senior and I would solve that one. There is nothing critical, I got it, wherein completely I took help from my management. Like that, you should cover up your answers. Like that, you should tell, especially in the support level. Okay. This is about the handing over process. So anything you want to discuss, let me know, Mariana. And you understood, Mariana?
Hi, yes, everything was clear. I used to work as an end user, so dealing with all this landscaping is very useful.
So Mariana, you're in which part of in Canada? Ontario or where?
No, I'm in Calgary, in Alberta.
Okay, fine, great. There also in Canada, SAP is a lot of demanding, no? There.
Yeah, correct. Like, well, I'm from Mexico. I used to work at Deloitte, but I used to work as an end user, so I didn't know a lot of, I heard these things, but I didn't know how they work or how they
Great.
interact.
Now it's just to consultant level, lot of scope in, especially in US and Canada, lot of scope are there for consultant level. Definitely you can pitch into that.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking this training.
Yeah, great. Okay, but this is the system landscape. Okay. So anything you want to discuss, let me know. Okay, just we'll go for next one session. That is difference between finance and landscape. Basically, I was telling about three system landscape: development, quality, and production. So in development serverally, what we will do, we are going to do the configurations, consultants. Once you do configurations, you need to perform the testing in quality server before we hand over. Like integration testing, various steps of testing, and you have to provide training to the company people. Then once everything is set, you have to hand over your SAP software to the company. They will work on production server, PRD. So as a consultant, majorly our focusing area is development and quality server. Okay, that is the thing I was discussing. Okay. Now just the next one I will do this difference between finance and controlling module. Finance and controlling. Difference between finance and controlling module. So basically finance, it is used for reporting and accounting purposes. Reporting and accounting purpose. And when it comes to reporting, reporting means it's basically doing the external reports, doing the financial statements. That is financial statements like P&L, balance sheet, and then cash flow, fund flow reports, and this statutory reports. What do you mean by statutory reports? Statutory reports in real time. Statutory
Audits.
Audit also, and this one.
Tax related option.
Yes.
Tax reports, yeah.
TDS, GST, and
VAT, VAT to TDS, yeah.
PF, ESI, and professional tax reports we need to pay to the employees. We need to pay to the government. The rental will come under statutory, advanced taxes, this and all. And coming to the accounting things here, accounting stands for day-to-day transaction. Day-to-day transactions. So day-to-day transactions means like doing the purchase entry, sales entry, taking inwards, or doing the incoming entry, outgoing entry, that and all. And why we call it as external tool here? Finance basically is external tool which are going to use for only management reporting. Why we call it as external tool? The reason is that when you do the reporting, the third party auditors will involve. We call it as external auditor. CA, they have to finalize our accounts, no? Accounting means day-to-day transaction, whatever you do before it goes for payment, internal auditor will check that. Internal auditors in each and every team will be there. they have to say okay, yes, this document is okay for payment, then only it will goes for payment. So that is why whatever reporting and accounting you, auditors will involve in FI, and it is used for management reporting as well as public reporting. That is why it is a external tool. Finance. Coming to the CO module, controlling. So controlling, it is a CO, costing, we call it as cost accounting, where we need to monitor, or we need to capture the cost of each functional departments, and monitor the revenue loss or revenue profit of each departments. So basically it is internal tool. So we need to capture the cost of each functional departments, means HR cost will be there, admin cost, production cost, and purchase cost. We need to capture all, and I need to make sure that always they are in a profit margin. We should not go into the revenue loss. Always they should be in a revenue profit of each department. Why we call it as internal tool? Because before FI people start final accounts, we need to monitor the cost internally, and only it is used for internal purposes only. HR head is the responsible person. Sales head, he is responsible for revenue cost. Factory manager is responsible for production cost, manufacturing cost, and they are going to take a decision if anything variation will happen. I will not involve auditor. You are a HR head. If anything comes variation in HR department, I am a HOD. I will take decision Allah. Why should I involve other people? That is why it's an internal tool. So normally in costing Allah, the main thing we have to work is budget versus consumption equals variance percentage what I am getting in each and every department. That is, we call it as cost accounting in SAP. Very, very important. Budget versus consumption equals variance percentage. Immediately we will get to know whether the department is in a loss or profit. That is the things we are going to do it in the controlling module. So these are the differences between FI and a CO. Okay. So these are about the difference between controlling and finance module. Okay. So these are about the today's session. Anything you want to discuss, please let me know, everyone. And day-to-day basis, I will send the recording. I think yesterday most of you sent the recording. Those who are not sent, please send it again. I will send in the afternoon once I finalize every email IDs. Your Mariana, you drop your Gmail ID.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Okay, fine. Day-to-day basis, I will send recordings to you people through Google Drive.